CMPradio.net. You already know it's Uncle P. Uncomfortable Conversations. I have a major guest here sitting here with me. Man, this man has basically survived when they thought he couldn't. He's pushing through. He's a creator. He's a videographer. He takes things and puts things together so that you can see them and enjoy them. I'm talking about bike life. I'm talking about homecoming. I'm talking about videos, rappers, every whatever he gets his hand in. I wanted him to make a movie with me. I still want him to make the movie. You know what I'm saying? But it's things pop up. I'm not really a movie dude. You feel me? But to put that movie together, like it was about the old building that we used to be in. I think what we call it, 21 doors or something like that. It was literally 21 doors. I don't know what it was, but Exit 6. Exit 6 was that's what it was. It was Exit 6. So yeah, I hit him up. We talked about it. You feel me? We back and forth. But things don't work out when you want them to. They work out when they supposed to. So I want to introduce my guest, man, the one and only MrBizness, Kareem Walls. How you feeling, good brother? And get close to the microphone, bro.
First off, peace and love to you. Peace and everybody that's watching and enjoying this whole conversation. First, I want to say I appreciate you for having me on. Just the opportunity to come out here and speak with you. When you pick my brain, I know I'm going to pick yours as well. The platform that you have built over the years is extremely well. It's well put together.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can tell you stand for something much greater than what the people see. Mm-hmm. So for you to ask me to come out, I'll be happily to come out and support with whatever you need. So, and with that movie, like you said, in due time that will come. But life be lifing. So
life be lifing, bro. And that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about persistence, consistency and commitment. And I kind of took it off, it was a rap song back in the day. I'm 2 strokes in, so I can't really remember. But the question, how you stay faithful in a room full of hoes? And for me, it was always how you stay committed in a room full of no's. Like, how do you stay committed on your dream, on your purpose, and all you keep hearing is no, not right now, no, that doesn't work, or something else falls off, or someone else falls off, or something else falls apart in your personal life, and that requires you to turn your back on your dream and fix that and put that together. Like, how do you stay committed, persistent, right, and consistent in a room full of no's, bro? Like, let's talk about that, because I think persistence and commitment is important when we get into following our dreams, right? But go ahead. I want you to elaborate on that for a little bit.
When I first seen that question on Facebook, it's like, how do you stay committed when you consistently receiving no's or hitting roadblocks? And to me, it was like you have to be resilient in this world no matter what it is. I've said this before in a few of my messages in the videos. You was given a vision for a reason. Everybody's not going to see what you see. It's in your mind. So if you can understand that and stick to your goals, stick to your values and what matters to you, what truly matters to you, it's like nothing will be able to stop you from making that happen. Now, on this journey that you embark, that you walk on, naturally you're going to receive no's. You're going to hit walls. It's going to happen. Because you think about it, imagine if everything in the world worked, like everybody got a yes for everything.
Right.
And like, how you going to learn? How you going to get stronger for the next situation, for the next phase?
Absolutely.
Like, to become a strong sailor, you got to go through some tough storms.
You better.
So it's bound to happen, but, you're human. You can speak all this all you want, but when the reality hits, it's like, hey, this ain't work out. I had expectations that this would happen, and it didn't happen. And it sets you up for failure mentally, spiritually. But if you can remember, again, set no expectations. Live in the moment, live in the now. Just focus on what you can do, what you can control. And as you do this, everything will fall into your lap effortlessly. But you gotta have that right mental stability, that mental strength to do so. And that alone is a journey.
That alone is hard for people to believe, right? That something will fall in your lap if you're patient enough, right? If you wait. No one wants to wait for anything, bro. Everybody, they want to heat up their food in 2.5 seconds, bro. They want it piping hot, steam coming off and burn your mouth. They don't want to wait, bro. Like, so how do you, right, just sit here? Because as far as I'm concerned, you're one of the best videographers, directors of a movie. Like, you have a vision that,
thank you.
You know, you've been cultivating over the years, right? And, you know, we got Yes God, we got you, we got Quan Knox, we got everybody that has a camera in their hand. We got Timothy Hudson. He done exploded with his vision, the way he see things. Like, how do you stay patient and understand, like, you know, my time is coming? That Homecoming movie that you dropped, bro, you talked through that joint. That was major, bro. Like,
appreciate it.
How do you just, because we're going to keep it, can I keep it real? It didn't do, you feel me, the numbers that you thought it would, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to touch base on that because, you know, when you step into the space of wanting to stay consistent with something, like you see a big vision for something,
right?
But I know for everybody it's different. For me, I'm isolated from everybody. My mind is pure creation. If you're not bringing anything positive to me, not bringing good energy to me, distance myself from you.
Real quick.
And it has been for the past few years of me just being isolated from the world.
Right.
So in my mind, I'm low key, like, all right, I'm gonna do this, do that, do this. And then when I come back out, everybody gonna be like, this gonna be lit. Right. And it's like in reality check, it don't work like that.
I don't.
You have to be around, you have to have a certain, you have to be involved in the community, you have to move a certain way. Yep. And that's something that I had to deal with. Because at the end of the day, it's like, yo, it's that's basically my ego coming in. It's like, bro, you know what you, like you just said, you maybe say, all right, you like one of the best. And me, I'm still have a long way to go. Right. And I treat everybody with the same love and respect, especially when it comes to the craft. But at the same sense, I know what I can do. Right. I know what I'm capable of. Right. I know what my work look like. Right. I know how many people it can reach. And when it does, I know how many lives it can change. So this is on my mindset and perspective, but nobody knows that because it's just me thinking this. So when things don't happen the way that you want it to happen, it's like, bro, why you mad at them? Right. This is you. You need to go back and analyze your decisions, to analyze how you're moving.
Yes, sir.
So I go back and just look at, my biggest thing is not pointing fingers and blaming anybody, because it's your world is a direct reflection of how you're treating yourself and what you're doing for yourself. Yes. That's why I say, if you stay focused on what you really want to create, all in with it, then you'll see where you went wrong or where something was lacking for it to not be this. And when I put the Homecoming out, I was like, yo, it's going to come off in a way like people going to be thinking you're making money from this. Right. And that's the first thing I thought, but I was like, nah, I think people know my character. That's my ego talking. Right. Because again, we live in a world where people do want instant gratification. We in a different world.
A whole lot of.
In my mind, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to need help doing this because, again, life be lifing. But nobody knows that because you're so isolated. If I ain't around, if I'm not going to work somewhere, show me around my kids. If I'm not there, I'm in the basement editing, trying to get where I need to go, right? So going back, it's like, yo, go back and analyze everything. And when it comes down to it, it's your fault. But it's not even a fault. It's just a learning lesson on how to move forward. Right. Don't blame anybody. You just keep your list, keep your to-do list, keep your tasks. This is my goals. Mark them off. I completed that. I completed this. Leave the audience out the window. At the end of the day, this is what you do, or anybody does. Your platform, your social media, that's your stage, that's your platform. Right. You have an audience that's literally watching your every move.
Yes.
Some people in the audience are going to get up and leave. Some people will come back. Some people might be throwing. Some people might be booing you.
Right. Throw tomatoes. Tomatoes.
You know what's coming. But at the end of the day, you still have to run the show.
Yeah.
And your show can consist of you actually interacting with the audience. Sometimes you've been to shows where you got people interacting with the audience,
Right.
getting feedback.
Right.
But then it's like, okay, I still have my plans.
Right.
Show must continue. So I'm at a place where make sure that whatever show that you have is not, you don't have any distractions from the audience. At the same sense, be connected with your audience, understand them, but still you have to move a certain way and stay resilient with that process, stay disciplined with that process, because you know you're moving genuine and authentically. When you do what you do, they'll see, oh, that's doing nice, that was dope.
Right.
I'm not gonna have no resentment whatsoever, because again, you didn't see what I saw, and I didn't present it the way that I could have. So we're gonna keep moving, all love, and do the best I can to make sure it's be successful as possible.
Yeah, man. For me, you know, I'm big on, you know, proving it to yourself.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not trying to, and I'm good with team. Right. I don't have a problem like with working with people. Right. But do you ever find that it's harder to do something with a group of people than it is to do it by yourself?
In my lifetime, every time I work with groups, not every time, yeah, just about every time, I wouldn't say something bad happened.
It's messy.
But majority of the time, it's been betrayal. It's been a lot of disrespect to make me go a certain route that nobody wants to see. Right. I don't want to feel that way. Right. I don't want to treat others a certain way. Right. But there are times where I realize that those people or situations were seasons in my life that I had to go through, and I had to learn, and that I had to know that everybody is not here permanently. You're going to grow, you're going to evolve. And I know me personally, I am one of the ones that when it comes to evolving, there is no limit for me. I have to keep learning. This is, I seen this a couple of days ago. I don't even go off topic, but somebody was posting and they said how the brain operates. The brain wants to stay in a comfortable space. The moment you challenge that, you're going to war with yourself.
You're going to war, yeah.
I've been at war for years.
Years, bro.
And it's like, as I go to war, I'm learning and evolving. I'm seeing who's supposed to be here. I'm seeing who has to go, but just letting that go is a war itself. So to stay consistent with this, it's like you have to know that you are on your own journey. That journey is destined for you and you only. Now, if you stay consistent with this journey, everything and everybody will naturally fall into the right place.
Come on,
and that, you said it's hard to believe, but this is reality.
I tell you all the time, every time I see you, man, it's great to see you, man. Like I remember starting my journey of doing radio. We were up Philly, and cousin called me. Said, "Yo, man, MrBizness got shot, man. I don't think." I'm like, "Come on, man, don't say that." On the show, you can see me on the show. I'm like, "Damn, bro, like, how did you keep going after that?" Right? Because I know it's a constant battle that you have to deal with, right? I don't know, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, because you were that close. You feel me? It wasn't that close, bro. How do you battle with that? Like, I know it creeps in sometimes, like, maybe I ain't supposed to be here. You feel me? Like, do I have to fight every day to prove that I'm doing this for a bigger cause? Do I have to? For me, I'm just trying to figure it out, right?
No, the pain alone from that is enough reminder for me every day.
Right.
Like right now, I'm probably at a 1 to 10. I'm definitely at like a 9, easily. A good day for me is a 6.
Right.
A bad day is a 15, 20, which it kind of raised my pain tolerance a lot. Like my pain tolerance is high.
Right.
But that's enough to remind me, hey, yo, just keep moving, keep going. Like clearly, whatever you was doing wasn't the right move for you.
Wasn't the right move.
And what you're doing now, you got a second chance at life. I guess the main thing for me that helped me keep going. First, it was my kids, it's the family. And then you go through a divorce. It's like all of it. It's the kids.
That's it.
Like that's one thing I had to learn recently. Now is like as long as I got my kids, I still got family.
That's it.
And that alone is like one of the things that I have to make sure Plan A works. There is no Plan B. Plan B is making sure Plan A works.
Works, right?
Because it's for them. It's nothing when I'm doing. It's for me no more. But at the same sense, keeping that drive is a challenge itself. Because the way the world will come at you, especially you men, you can have a focus, a game plan, but the moment you go to make that happen, you're in war. You're in that war mode with the brain. And it's like, you conditioned to feel a certain way. I'm never been the one, I don't want to feel pity for myself. I'm not trying to be like, all right, you could have did this, you could have did that. Like, yeah, what's done is done.
Right.
At the same sense, I think at some point, I think I became comfortable with my own misery. And that was a challenge itself, like just understanding. I was going through so much where it was like, yo, you in a state and are you really feeling like so bad about yourself, but you're not vocalizing it? Like you're miserable and you're comfortable here.
Are we comfortable in our misery? Right. I am.
And I think a lot of people are and don't realize it. We're just not aware of it.
Right.
And that comes from social media. I notice when a lot of people go through things, you can see the difference when someone is actually reaching out for help, like you're screaming for help through certain things they post. They may not even ask for help, but they'll post certain things like a message or a meme. That person needs some help here. But then on the other hand, you'll have people that's actually going through things and constantly post complaining. And you can tell they're not really trying to find a solution to their problem. It's like the two different things here. It's like, all right, you'll see one person that's comfortable talking about this consistently. That person is comfortable in their misery. Now they're seeking attention to add to this. When you give them advice on what to do, start to deflect more and more. I'm like, yeah, you're in this comfortable space. It's going to take you a while to recognize it. And that's okay. But I might say something that can trigger their subconscious mind to kind of trigger them out of it. But, I'll leave it here. One for me, I know I've posted a few things. I think my mind is in a place where I read between the lines from everything, especially with movies. So naturally, I'm expecting other people to do the same, and it's not that. It's not gonna happen.
No, they don't see it the way you see it.
So if I post something, any message I post, it came from a real place. But instead of me acting out or crashing out, as the people would say now, I go back and analyze, figure out what I was feeling during that time. How was those feelings affecting me? What triggered that feeling? And once I get to that point, okay, the trigger, this is the trigger. Remove this trigger. That alone is a tough process alone.
It is.
It comes with a lot of self-accountability and awareness and holding yourself just basically accountable for your actions.
When we think about dreams, we think about what we have to give up to get them. Right? You got to make yourself lighter to fly, right? When you think about a hot balloon taking off, they got to drop the weights, right? What sacrifices have you made over the last 7 years to stay committed to your dream?
Countless.
Right.
Countless. A lot of the trips I made probably didn't have the money to go, but I found a way to make it.
We going.
I remember me and my cousin, I was supposed to take a trip to Detroit, and I didn't have the bread. Called my cousin. I was like, yo, we got to go to Detroit. I think I scraped up like $400. Got a U-Haul truck for my scooter. I got 2 scooters, one for me, one for my cousin. And put on the back of the Tahoe. We drove to Detroit. And I was like, yo, I gotta be out here. I see a vision. I gotta make it happen. Took that trip, roam out. I was still healing at the time.
Right.
I think I was probably like a 7 months after I got shot.
Wow.
Made the trip, and I was speaking to Bike Life family out there. I was like, yo, I ain't even got the bread, but I don't know how I'm gonna get back, honestly. They like, what you mean? Huh? We got you at the hotel. We got the hotel, put us in the dope spot. I'm at Banshee Kid. Then the next day, we both drive to Cleveland. My man's OG Banshee, he like OG out there on the other side of Detroit. He was like 350. He was like, huh, it's for you. I'm like, he was like, nah. He's like, yo, Viz, we appreciate you coming out. Take this, you ain't gonna worry about nothing. I made sure I was cool the whole, like I had just enough to get back home, like $10 by the time we got back. I was like, yo, we did it.
We did it.
But it was, sometimes if you really see something, try to weigh all your options. Sometimes you gotta just take the leap of faith.
Got to, bro.
And one thing I realized in this time, that's where the Chester Homecoming video came in. I sit back and wait for the right time. Sometimes you gotta know it. Raise your discernment to realize there is no right timing.
It ain't.
Yeah, there's no right timing.
Perfect timing, waiting for the right time. No, you're just delaying your dream, bro.
Yeah.
You're just delaying the inevitable, and it can piss you off because you're waiting for something that ain't never going to show its face.
And you may think, or the world may think, that I may have been consistent with a lot of projects, or you do so much. I feel like I haven't been given nowhere near my all. It still scares me to this day to see the person that I can be, and the true potential of what I am, what I see. Sometimes scares me to this day because it's like
I can do so much more.
It's literally that part of the war in my brain where it's like it starts to affect me physically, because it's like you know what you're capable of. You're only giving like 15%,
not even 10.
And that comes with many places, but it's like, yo, step out of that feminine side, straight and masculine side, and get into a space of saying F it. I'm in a space of that F it switch is highly on. Like, I don't give two
shits. Yeah, you ain't supposed to.
I don't.
You ain't supposed to.
Respectfully.
Right. Come back and say, I've been saying this for the past, since the beginning of the year. If you get in my way, I will run you over. I'll come back and apologize after I get to where I got to get to. But if you get in my way, I'm sorry, right? It's just I have to get something done. I have to prove that this radio station is not, I am not 100% responsible for this radio station. The coming up with the idea, the name of it, yes. But the energy that comes from it, the different podcasts that have come through this radio station from the beginning, bro, like, built the wheels to this thing, right? And when I can't make it go, they make it go. They inspire me. They call me, yo, P, what's up, man? I ain't seen you. What's going on? What you doing? Where you at? Right? Come on, what you doing? Like, did this radio station get me jobs? Absolutely. Did those jobs take me away from the radio station? That's what happens. I could have turned them down and kept on doing what I was doing at the radio station. We'd probably be so much further right now. But you take everything with a grain of salt and you understand it, you analyze it. And I had to do that this year. My mom passed away. Before she passed away, I was trying to focus on the radio station. I said, yo, I got something here. I just need to focus on that, right? Tired of people in my ear telling me to do this and do that. I need to focus on this. And when my mom passed away, it hit me, bro. Like, I said, I'm done. I don't want to work for no one else but the radio station. I don't have a problem with going to a school and working for the radio station in the school. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I couldn't do what I was doing before. I can't just go work a job and think it's going to do anything. I went on a job interview this week. And after I left, I'm like, nah. You feel me? Like, I think I just wanted to go out just to say stuff, but it really doesn't make any sense to me. So with that, you try to understand that your dream is the most important part of you. You feel me? If you don't protect you mentally, physically, emotionally, right? You're doing the steps. You're saying what the problem is. You're talking to a therapist, I assume.
Now, I've I got into a place where I had to reach out to a therapist.
Right.
Because I'm like, I've done enough of myself where I'm like, yo, you reach your max.
Right.
You in a loop now at this point.
Right.
You're insane if you continue to do the same thing over and over.
You need some off.
So I've reached
Some
out.
exits.
I reached out to one. I talked to him once. Supposedly waiting for the setup for the meeting, but in the meantime, I've been reaching out to others because I'm really adamant about it. I'm speaking on it, like, go get it.
Right.
Because for some reason, the day I put that one video out talking about a therapist, right? That morning, I was like, in the world, I feel like I am a therapist to a lot of people, and I naturally felt like that.
Even a therapist need a therapist.
Yeah, right?
Right.
And I felt like at this point, I was like, yo, I'm not giving myself to everybody because I'm learning through conversations with everybody else. I'm learning a lot about myself in conversations.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I need to flip the switch. I need somebody else to help me with a good mind to help pull it out of me.
Right.
So I'm actively trying to do that.
Trying to do that.
I mean, the last time, Kai, he had said something on Facebook last night and talking about like people who giving signs about like suicide, stuff like that on social media, and people just don't pay no mind to it. And I said, somewhere in the conversation it came down to the point where I was like, yeah, I needed therapy. And there was one point like a year and a half ago where I was like the darkest space. I don't know what the hell happened. I remember I was in a room and I was about to break down in tears bad. And I was like, nah, we need to talk to you. We need to really express because you feel like you're about to explode. So I turned my phone on, but I never seen this video to this day. I recorded it, and I was like, yo, just talk. Allow whatever is flowing through you to speak. So I asked myself questions. Why are you here? How did this happen? And the answers started to flow to me like a waterfall.
Right.
And the tears came bursting like heavy.
Right.
But before I picked that phone up, I was at the darkest space where I was like, yo, I'm about to take myself out of here. And I genuinely felt that. And I can feel that energy trying to take over me. And I was like, I'm aware that you're here. I know it's not right. And I know that's not where I want to go, but this is just how I feel.
Right.
When I turned the phone on, tears came out like, yo, I know what to do. I was like, that dark space, I literally got out of it. But I said in the comment to Kai, I said, what sucks is I see myself in that dark space, but I know a lot of people are not going to be able to get out of this space. That's what hurt me more than anything. Like I had the willpower to be in that lowest, to analyze everything around, analyze everything in me.
Right.
But I was like, a lot of people will get there and allow that energy to take over. Next day, I know one person I was close with, her brother had committed suicide, and it hit me bad. I was like, I know what that feels like.
Right.
So it's tough, but that therapy is needed so you won't get to those situations.
Therapy is definitely needed. All right, let's go back to the beginning. MrBizness, because we talk about this a lot, right? 2010, when Kev was doing the part, right?
Yeah,
you were there.
Yeah.
Right. You were there, right? What capacity were you there? Because it was like you was a DJ. You was doing the music and.
All right. So back then, I had the Magnum back then.
Right.
I probably had one of the loudest systems in Chester back then.
Right.
You know, everybody had like the communities in their car.
Right.
I don't know, like the.
Yeah, I had the community speakers.
Yeah,
right.
I had the Magnum with the 15s in the back. I had the communities on the door, so you can hear the vocals crisp, blocks away, plus the bass.
Right.
I used to like creating those vibes, and when I saw Yes God doing it, like I thought it was dope. Right. I was like, yo, I want to find a way where I can help where I see something that's lacking. I look at everybody in Chester, no matter what hood you was from, look at that we always family. And I still look at look at it.
I tell people that.
I show everybody love. Like I can literally go in every hood and it's just me because.
Right.
I love everybody.
Right.
So when that happened, I was actually still a bridge inspector. I was working in Harrisburg at the time. I would call Kev, like, yo, you doing rap stores today? He was like, yeah. I would drive from Harrisburg all the way back to Chester just to play sound. I would hit up the Big Bully, shout out to Tone, Young Mark, who else? LDB. Hit up all of them, was like, yo, I need some instrumentals. For what? All the talent that's there, I need to play some music for them.
Right.
I got the system.
Right.
Kev hosting.
Let's
I got
go.
the music. I'm a fan of people like Ren, T. Kane, Chief,
Yes.
CRMC, Amino,
Right.
Nev. It was so much people, so many talented artists. I'm like, yo, I really believe in all y'all. Mind you, I didn't even pick up the camera back then.
Right.
But I was a fan of every artist, what they had to offer, no matter if they was like, they was nice or whether they was just like average.
Right.
I still respected them for having the confidence to do
Go
that.
out there and do that.
Because
right.
Chester ain't no easy place.
No.
So
At all.
So me and Kev, I was like, yo, every time you out there, I'm there.
Right.
Kev ain't pay me a dime.
Right.
At the time I was up, so I didn't really care anyway.
Right.
But it was like, I thrived off that because I know it was helping the community. And yeah, me and Kev always clicked because of that, man.
Right.
It's crazy.
I tell Kev how many careers he started doing that, right? How many people he got into wanting to rap doing that, or wanting to be a cameraman doing that, or wanting to do anything because of that, right? That was during the lockdown when the city was shut down. I was in Arizona, Mississippi. I was probably in Mississippi during that time, right? But I just remember watching it and just being like, damn, Kev, this gonna work. You feel me? Like somebody gonna get on from this. And I just think, thinking of Kev when he started it, he didn't know what he had, right? And sometimes you say you're waiting for the perfect time. That was the perfect time.
Still to this day, I think Iced Out may have tried to revamp it, but I still had written down a full documentary on just that alone. Then there's another one just on Yes God, because who he is and how he carries himself in his community is like you're literally
A legend, right?
a legend around here.
Right.
So to document that, it's like, yo, I'm doing it out of pure appreciation. The Chester Homecoming was pure out of appreciation of showing how this whole community is a family. And I'm touching bases on things that people need to hear, especially on the outside. So, again, I'm not upset. I just know when it hits the big platform that it's going to touch the people that it needs to touch.
All right, absolutely. You put time into that, man. Like I said, I'm a fan of everything you do. I'm always going to support you, right? Because support is giving back. You are a man, right? You're not a person that likes to run from responsibility and accountability. So I admire that about you. When you're trying to show confidence in your journey, how do you keep it alive, your confidence alive, when self-doubt creeps in, right? When you're doubting yourself, right? And I know it's hard, right? But what do you do?
One thing I will not say that it's not just me. There will be times where I have random friends text me and say certain things to me that only that I would know. I always looked at it as the spirit of God just speaking directly to them to get to me, because it be times where I'm like, yo, this ain't it. Like, I'm ready to pack this joint up out of here. I'm ready to take somebody else up out of here. And for me, I'm so peaceful, but the other side of me is so viciously dangerous. I don't like that person.
At all.
So I don't know. It's like,
He got to stay locked up. Right.
You know the repercussions of whatever you do, and never you do think you're gonna be cool. For me, it always works out the wrong way.
Right.
At the same time, it's the right way because it's teaching you. You know what to do.
Right.
What's the main question in my fault? I want to try.
How important is confidence, and how do you keep it alive when self-doubt creeps in?
There we go. All right. So mainly, I was saying a lot of it has come from external sources randomly, but then I had to realize, get it within you. Main thing I had to get down I had to re-engineer myself. Like how I felt, how I moved, my perception, One thing, it was seeking validation from others. That's the biggest thing. And you don't even realize it. And it comes when something so simple as asking people, how do you feel about this? And then you want their response, and then you move according to what people liked.
Yep.
What did you like? What did you want to do personally? That's what really mattered, because your following is following what you love to do. Once I had to get a better understanding of, it's pure confidence in you. Don't worry. Matter of fact, one of my friends from Chicago, he was a deep spiritual person. I was going through a tough time. This was maybe a month ago. Where I'm like, yo, I'm fighting. This war is kicking my ass. It's like, what do you do? My fault. I reached out to, I wanted to go try to meditate. Wasn't there. Next day, he sent me a message, and I had this on my screensaver. He was like, keep the faith, brother. I keep hearing the words, walk by faith, not by sight. You are doing the work, but the world won't show you the results until you are comfortable operating without seeing. This is the time of growth and increase. You can't fail, no matter what. Failure isn't in your DNA. This is all just fun and a little games we're playing. These dollars are just just digits on your screen. Points in the game. I'm hearing effortless success. Don't forget me when you make it to the top. LOL. Shout out to my man Cal Marquez. And like I said, it's highly spiritual. He was meditating. He's like, I wouldn't leave his meditation for an hour. Then he sent me that. And I was like, yo, I'm going through some things where I needed that at that exact moment.
Absolutely.
And one thing was keep the faith. Have to realize, stop focusing on any monetary gains. Do not focus on the results. Focus on your journey. Focus on the simple, building brick by brick. You have to focus on each brick.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I lose that focus and get a smack in the head as a reminder.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
I have, right? I'm not trying to lose it again, right? I'm trying to hold on to it as tight. It's like a bucking bronco, bro.
You said a bucking Broncos.
Yeah.
Never heard that saying before.
Yeah. It's gonna throw you. It's gonna kick you off. It might kick you in the face when it kick you off, right? But you got to get back on that joint.
Hey, what did the spider do? I just told this to a friend. What did the spider do when the web is being torn down?
Builds it right back up. Don't wait.
Immediately.
It don't wait. I think I was watching a video where the bull he was like, look, this is after the hurricane. He went out there and he said, man, look at the spider. It's not complaining. It ain't it might be fussing and screaming and hollering that it got to work again, but it's working.
It is up.
No problem.
I like to carry that mentality, and I'm really trying to.
Especially when you know you got a gift, when you know you have something that gives something to others, whether that's comfort, whether that's just people just being able to unplug from their day and watch something that you put together, right? Whether it's Bike Life, whether it's Homecoming, whether it's a movie, whether it's videos, you do that. So you give people something to just sit back and damn, I know him. I know him, right? Right, you feel me? I know, I really know him, right? So no,
see, that alone be tough for me. Even that statement.
What?
Because, even with the bike world, people will look at what I've done, the visuals, and to me, I'm more so focused on these conversations now. I think I made it. For me, probably know I made a lot more impact with people through not my work, just being around, just having conversations. And those will mean the most to me. But again, I had to learn to take myself out of my own body and just really realize and appreciate what others see in you and what you can offer. And it took me a while to get to that space. I'm like, everybody talking about these bikes or talking about this. I'm like, I care less for it. My mind is somewhere else. My mind is basically trying to make it to the end of the day. The people will call you, talk about stuff, and I gotta really hit a switch. You'd be like, yo, I'm proud of you. End of the day, I hang up the phone. Bro, I'm trying to breathe today.
Right. That's it.
But it's a learning process that these moments are put in your shoes for a reason. And it's up to you to decipher what you need to know out of them conversations.
I think at the same time we both. So my uncle was Lamont Givens, right? He was a lawyer, and when I wear my peace and love shirt, you know what I mean? Basically, it's just peace, I love you, right? Everybody, oh man, I remember going back there, 24th Street, playing on your uncle court. You couldn't get back there unless you went back there and said, peace, I love you. You feel me? I think at the same time, like we started that. You feel me? Like I don't, and I saw you, and I'm like, damn, you know what? Peace, I love you, bro. Like we good, right? But you're talking about peace and love, right? I'm saying it in a way that people understand. Like I don't have no beef with you. Peace. I love you. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no problem, right? Honestly, because I love you, but I want peace first. Then we can do whatever we need to do.
You know, I don't even know when I exactly started using it. I'm going to go back to my videos when I started talking about it. I know it wasn't too long ago. But I knew when I started saying it in person, because I feel I'm in mostly the roughest areas around in the world. No matter if I'm in London, Baltimore, New York, Compton, I'm in the roughest places. And I'm in there with the people that do the most damage. And I'm also their dolo. But I understand how much respect they have for me.
Right.
And I look at others around who may not know me. I'm like, I know the cheat code to get you guys to break down the barrier of defense you guys have. I see the hurt in a lot of people. I see the defense. I come up to him, hey, yo, peace and love, my guy. How you feeling? Peace and love, man. Now I'm kind of manipulating you to say it back. This is a way of using mass manipulation in a positive way. That's what my mom, because my mom she thought for a while manipulation was negative, only negative. I use it in a positive manner.
Yeah.
Now, knowing this, it's like, all right, this really breaks the barrier down from talking to these powerful men that have been through some stuff and they only know how to act a certain way.
Only know how to.
I'm tired of that.
Right.
Tired of like if you go into a club, most of the men standing around, yo, get your hand on the wall, just go vibe. We not in that type of time. But I also understand why it's like that.
Right.
So if I come in, I don't mind going to a rough area because I know I can be that light that can emanate. I'm saying the right word. I have enough light within me to pour light out of everybody else. So when I go to places like Puerto Rico, first thing I did, I was like, yo, how do you say peace and love in Spanish? Like, paz y amor. So I'm going to everybody, paz y amor, papi. Paz y amor. And we just laughing and just survive. Went to London, how do you say, I went to, what was that? Either not London, next to Ukraine somewhere I was at. How do you say London in this area? And they said it. I was like, all right, I'm going to say that to people. Because I realized how important words are, how powerful they are.
Absolutely.
Peace and love, it resonates different with people's energies.
It does.
And they feel it. So I'm going to run with it. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love.
I know we've had moments where, we wanted to give up. And this isn't just for the two people sitting in here right now. This is for everybody listening. You have to keep pushing, right? You have to push beyond where you think you've had enough. And this, you get athletes that show you this all the time and tell you this all the time. I thought I could do this, and then I did about 20 more, right? And that made me, from now on, I do 20 more every time. And now I'm a great, like Steph Curry. Now, he shoot jumpers. He don't even look at them when they go and he turn his back. And who do that? Turn his back. I'm on defense.
Nelson do that.
Right. Nelson definitely do that. Shout out to Nelson. But it's hard for us as creators, as people that want to see people accept our stories and accept their stories and move past the story and to the I don't know. It's because it's unknown. Maybe that's what it is. It scares people. I think it does. You're scared of the unknown. You don't know how far and how wide you're going to go.
Why do you think why people don't go through the door of opportunity?
Shit, I'm trying to get to that train.
There are many doors. I'll look at it this way, right? Throughout the day, imagine a carousel of doors, say 5 or 10 doors, rotating every day. One of them will stop for you, and it'll open up. And intuition is kicking. I'm supposed to go through this door, but you're worried about everything, all the uncertainties, all the things that you don't know that you can't control, so you won't go through it. That door will shut, and the carousel of doors will keep moving. That will eventually stop again, but you missed that opportunity, and you know what only you know what that opportunity is. Mm-hmm. This goes in the same sense of having your wings and wanting to jump off the cliff. Let your wings fly. Have enough faith in yourself to do it, but that stuff don't come easy. It's where the community comes in.
Right.
Surround yourself with positive people who see the best in you. That's going to keep nudging you to the edge to jump off and use your wings, or keep nudging you to that door of opportunity that you see that you need to go through.
Yes.
So don't compare yourself to anybody, and surround yourself with genuine, loving people. Sometimes that's going to consist of you cutting some people out, family or whatever. You got a mission to complete.
And I think people get scared of doing things without people, scared of creating enemies inside of their dream. Like,
people scared to be with themselves for a certain period of time for too long.
If you're scared to be with yourself, you don't love yourself. I love myself. I don't have no problem being by myself. Bye.
You're a different generation. We living in a generation where we powered by these phones, where it's constant dopamine, and
I see that.
Used to this.
I see that.
Scrolling. You always have somebody next to you. Take this phone away. Put it. I deleted Instagram for 8 months. I stayed off Facebook. The first 2 weeks felt like a junkie. I keep going back to Instagram. I can't even log in. Like, what are you doing? Your mind, I know I can't go on, but I keep
going back to it.
Yo, one day I marked it out on the paper. Within an hour, I kept going to Instagram 72 times.
Wow.
I was like, you got to break out of this.
Throughout the day.
In an hour.
Damn.
It's different, man. So, like I said, this social media, it kind of helps the world a lot. But in a lot of cases, this is stopping people from getting connected with themselves, getting comfortable with whatever you want to do, because you're looking at everybody else. You're subconsciously comparing yourself to everybody and what they have. Like, the only thing I see people in my field, like, yo, I could be doing this, I could be doing that, but I have to, like, look at it. Yo, just appreciate them for what they do. I don't know what they did to get to that journey. I don't know what they have to have these funds. Or don't focus on them. End of the day, you have everything you need in arm's reach, but you really got to believe. And that's talking really, it's easier said than done.
Believe.
But that's what I know it is. I'm in a place of, like, I'm tired of even talking about it.
Right.
Like, bro.
I knew we would have this conversation. I was looking forward to it. I love talking to you. You feel me? Like,
same, vice versa.
Life is tricky. If you don't truly believe that you can get it, you'll never achieve anything. So you have to believe in it first. And you have to work it. And I say this to my brothers that are in situations right now where they got a dream and they're scared to put, and my brothers and my sisters, and they're scared to put everything into that. That's what you have to do. Like, you don't get a dream by pulling things out and, oh no, I can't give that up, or it's gonna require sacrifice. It's gonna require long nights. It's gonna require some uncomfortable conversations with your people, right?
It's gonna be worth it, though. It's gonna be worth it to take those necessary steps to become the best version of you. Because if you don't follow your dreams or follow the visions that were given to you, the world, God, universe is going to keep throwing you on the same circuit, right back to the beginning. Hey, yo, you still ain't learned your lesson yet? Yeah, I did. Next week doing the same thing. Yo, come back the next day. Yo, you still ain't learned your lesson yet? I thought I did. Do something else. You're back again the next week at the same spot, because you know the vision is there for you. The gift is for you. It's a gift for a reason. But until you fully accept it, fully believe in it, and take those necessary steps to make it happen, whatever contract you signed before you came here, yo, you're going to keep going through the same drama. And that's where I've been. It's like, yo, man, I just told Quan this. I'm like, Quan, I'll go out and know how to make money a certain way or do this a certain way. And every time I step out of this, everything goes south. Every single time. And I was like, I'm tired of going through it. End of the day, it's like, yo, I know I'm a natural creator. Now I'm giving myself the full chance to do it. Like, I'm giving Kareem a chance. Like, for biz, Kareem loved to make it. I was an artist, sung, rap, made music, my cousin Del crib. And I was like, yo, you put them to the side because you're moving how everybody else wanted you to be. You put yourself in the box.
So you could be a bridge inspector.
I never wanted that.
That was just money. That was just money.
That was the money.
Right.
But even then, I knew I gave myself, I signed for the job. I said, this is 5 years max. I'll be here. I know this is not where I'm supposed to be, but I'm supposed to be here right now. I told my job that. I worked there 4 years. 4 years and I was out. So everything happens. Like I said, the universe is always working for you, never against you.
It was a good job, though.
Huh?
That was a good job, wasn't it?
I was making $100,000 at 21. I ain't
benefits, all that good stuff.
Full benefits. Say I was getting a check every 2 weeks, like 27, 28 an hour, maybe a little bit more. But then I was getting per diem checks. Sometimes per diem checks was $150 a day, and they would cover the hotel. That was just for food.
Right.
So I will get a cheap hotel,
right.
$40 for the day for the hotel, pocket the rest of that bread.
Right,
so
yeah,
every week I'm getting this, and then 2 weeks that I was like, I was young.
Right.
All I cared about was music. I came from a place where I didn't have no type of bread.
Right.
My mom did the best she could.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, my mom watching. Like my mom did what she did the best she could. But I know it wasn't enough for the things that I wanted to do.
Right.
So when I finally got it, I was like, all right, we're gonna ball out. Buying food, rims, being young. But learn a lesson, man, because it ain't gonna happen again. No sir. No sir.
I think we've all had those moments. I say I have a hard head, right? I have to be told something countless times before I take it as true fact. Because I always think I'm smarter than whatever's going on. Right? I learned my lesson running the streets. I quit. I learned my lesson playing with the women. I quit. But I'm still known for those things, right? So not really trusted, even though I'm trustworthy, not really trusted. And that messes with me a little bit, right? That pulls me back. Be like, well, if you don't trust me, you understand what I'm saying? Like, here, you can get this. And that's not what I want to do. So with the radio station, I said, I just want to be even keel, right? I don't want to be on nobody's side. I want to sit on the fence and look at both sides and not judge, but observe.
My biggest thing in life is to observe without emotion. I learned one of the highest forms of intelligence is to observe without judgment. I catch myself doing it sometimes, even the smallest thing, like, why would you wear them shoes? Yo, cut that out.
Right.
Observe. Just observe, analyze, and receive. Put yourself in their shoes quickly. And you become very empathetic and understanding.
That's all you have. That's literally all you have. And I say judgment is not for me. Judgment is for God, right? I'm not going to judge anybody. You do what you want to do with the way you want to do it. That's cool. I don't have a problem with that. But when you get to that point where you're no longer judging people, you see the world differently. You feel me? And it's hard. It's hard not to judge people, right? Because you got to remove yourself real quick. Be like, okay, well, you did that because you wanted to, or you did that because you needed to, right? Whatever you did it for, it was your reason. I want to talk about fuel. What fuels you to keep pushing forward, right?
My kids.
Right. Even when things get rough.
Even when things get rough, it fuels me. It's not even the outcome. It's sometimes when I want to finish my work, it's the feelings I know people have when they watch. Because a lot of the last video I put out for the bike culture, that video came to me in my dream, like the person that passed away. And I was like, yo, I got to finish this vid. And it wasn't for him, it was for his mom. So when I posted it, I reached out to her, like, hey, I had to do this because of this situation. And she was like, I'm thankful because he came to me all week and I couldn't figure out why and what was going on. I was like, I was creating this visual and I had long conversations with her, and to me that's like priceless. I think it was tough because remember I had just said that I'm in a place of effort and don't care what nobody thinks. She was one person that I actually did care, the only person I actually did care about. That's a story in itself, but all in all, she was crying, she was just joyful. And that feeling alone meant more than any money, more than any how many views it got. I still don't know how many views it has. But stuff like that is, sometimes I'll get messages. I feel like I'm a medium sometimes. I'll get certain messages to do certain things and it be completely random, but it's like, yo, this is what I was called to do for this moment. And I know the right person will see this. It could be people, person, or it's for a particular situation, but it was for a reason. It was made for this. So a lot of the work I do doesn't come from me. Like I love to create it. I think now I'm in a place where I want to show people how to create it. I think I enjoy that process. That keeps me going. But it's more so doing it for others. All the time it's for like homecoming. I'm talking in there for the people to see what I see.
Right.
And to get an understanding like, yo, we can be a lot better than what we are right now.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
We can make a lot of noise, but it's going to take somebody to actually point that out in a way that's effective. And for me, I feel like I'm that one because I've lived in Chester my whole life.
Right.
But I didn't go to Chester High.
Right.
I went to Concord High. I was cool with everybody in Concord. I was also cool with people in Chester High because of my brother and because I played basketball.
Right.
But I always felt like the lone person, the lonesome. Instead of it being like an alpha, I always felt like a sigma. I wrote dolo. I can be around anybody. But I felt like the one person that sees Chester a certain way, that I can paint this picture that people can understand, they can empathize, and I can also empower the people in the community. So,
I mean, that's the one thing we're missing. I see homecoming every time I see it. I'm like, yo, if you just understood how much power this brings. Now we're bringing it to the Ave after homecoming. Do you see? And this is just for the young people, right? This is just for the people that want to party. You feel me? But do you see how much power you have, right? Do you see how strong you are? Once we come together, bro, everything else is so simple.
And everything I've been saying with this homecoming is just like bike life. Same thing that's going on in bike life, the same thing is going on in just about every culture you can think of. You see how much power we all can generate together, but we all can get on the same accord. It's always issues with them and us, and then you get issues with us and us.
Us and us, and us and us, and us
right,
and us.
You feel me? So it's like, all right, yo, when are we going to get to the point where
we understand it?
We understand each other. We can move forward in a positive way. Because it ain't going to be peaches and cream. I knew the year before last homecoming, I'm like, all right, it's raining out here. Everybody got tents out. They're going to be drinking all day. It's going to be some issues later. You know your people.
Right.
Keep them in a lot for too long or rain alone.
Right.
The music ain't really hitting like that. Then you got the cops involved. Eventually, fights are going to break out just from knowing. But if we can get on the same page and kind of touch base on things beforehand and like know, like, yo, this ain't the type of day for that. I don't know, I'm just finding ways for me, instead of complaining about stuff that's happened, I try to use my creativeness to find solutions and to help paint the world that I best see fit. So I ain't get no complaining. I'm like, all right, this is what I see. What do I believe that the reality should be? What can I do to make that happen? I'll go create this. And naturally, people will see it. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, maybe we could do. That's my way of helping.
That's it.
That's it. I don't care if I made a dime from it. I help the community. I help the world the best way that I see.
So let the people know where they can go watch this video, this homecoming video, man. So
Right now, it's still up on the link. I had it on the link for like buy me a coffee. It was like the donation for like $9.99. Initially, I asked 2 people. I was like, yo, I really just want to give it 3 options: a donation for $1, $5, and $10.
right.
They like, nah, you put too much work in this. $9.99. I was like, all right, I get y'all. 99 it is. Then I see the outcome. I'm like, maybe I should have did it when I started asking people. But I'm like, no.
I want to say people don't really pay attention to things until it's right there in their face. So you need to promote it more, right? You know, send me whatever you're using to promote it. I'll put it on the radio station. I can't promise that you're gonna get a ton of, you feel me? But I can say more people will see it.
Yeah.
You feel me? And you never know. It's just one person that needs to see it to spark. Oh man, watch this joint. I was watching this joint. Look, we in this joint.
See,
it's so many people from Chester in there. I would think you would want to get it just to have it, right? So you can show your kids, record it.
I got big plans.
All right.
Because
all right, my fault.
I know my cousin Dev always, last year he was like, yo, I'll help you. You want your credit? I'm like, yo, I don't mind. Again, working with people is kind of tough for me, but Dev is one of the ones I don't ever mind helping or mind helping me. I looked at it. I said, you know, I'm going to get on Amazon Prime myself. I already have 4 or 5 movies on Amazon Prime I put on there personally. Right. So I said, all right, touch it up again. Because right now, it was two years on there. Right. It wasn't just the first year. Right. I had footage of, mind you, I went there last year. I didn't post not one video or picture purposely. I got a lot of footage from that year. Right. Wanted to mix it all together. You know what? Just do it yourself. One day out the blue, instead of, like you said earlier, promote it more. You know, I start promoting a lot afterwards. Right. I'm like, you know what? That's okay with my planning, me being isolated. That comes with that. Okay. Let me cut back from this. Now, next time you see me post it, it's going to be like, yo, it's going to be on Amazon. It's already there. These are the dates. Right. So it's like you come in different. Because I look at, you know how the world is. I can have the same movie. It can be on YouTube. Then that same movie got a Netflix thing on, oh, it's on there. That's my people's.
Right.
All right. So I just got to, like what Kendrick say, somebody got to pop out and just show people. And this is one of them situations where I'm like, okay, no problem. Next time you guys will see it, next time I promote it at least, it's still going to be on the same link. Right. Whoever wants to see it is still there. Right. But next time you see it, they be on Amazon.
I appreciate you stopping through. I told you I wouldn't keep you past an hour. We did 1 hour and 7 minutes, man. I truly appreciate you making some time, bro. I always tell you, come through whenever you want. You feel me?
Thank you, bro.
It really don't matter to me. You feel me? Because I think people need to hear what you have to say. You feel me? Like, and so I love talking to you. Maybe we can do this again sometime.
I'm definitely willing to come in.
Yeah.
But it's a few other things that I want to touch base on. Right. It's like life stuff. Yeah. That'll help the community, help men, help ladies, especially with your relationships with, one thing I'll leave it here. I've been seeing a lot on social media, the division between black men and black women, man. And that has been really on my heart heavy. I got a couple things in my phone written talking about it. Like just, you start seeing the video soon. I never talked on like love and relationships wise, but I have a lot to say on it. And a lot of what I said comes into play with relationships. Yep. Understanding, empathy, putting yourself in their shoes, wanting to be treated with respect.
That's hard for people to do though. You say it like it's easy. It's hard. It's hard for a man who's never seen a man love. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have.
You're talking to one.
And that's why I know it's hard for you. It was hard for you to understand everything. I had glimpses of it. You feel me? But then I also had glimpses of men cheating and playing around and still taking care of home. And all right, as long as I'm taking care of home, you shouldn't have a problem, right? And that's how I felt. It wasn't until I sat down with my therapist and I really analyzed the way I was doing things that I could even look back, and it was bigger than a glimpse, and see my father talk to my mother. See how my father talked to my mother. See how my father loved my mother, right? And then it was like, oh, shit, I had that fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't pay attention to what I really saw. I just imagined that I saw something else. And so now, like I'm okay with, talking to my partner and having a conversation. I don't want to be around a woman that always want to yell. You don't have to yell at me.
Yeah, I just saw a friend recently, yo, don't call me on no bad energy. Cause I'm gonna give you if you felt the type way, go talk to me respectfully.
Right.
Cause you don't know how long it took me to be in this peaceful state.
Boy.
And you're calling with this energy.
Click. I hang up on you.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, I ain't even explaining.
Respectfully, I'm not doing it, but also understanding that sometimes that energy comes from some place that maybe men have not approached.
Right.
Because I've always been in a place where I cannot express how I feel.
We're not supposed to express.
And
supposed to take it.
Even that mindset is like, what do you mean? What do we express to then? It's like
we don't. That's why men die. That's why black men die sooner than black women. That's why majority of the people committing suicide are young black men, right? That's why it's confusing because we see all of these things and we say all of these things, but we don't understand that we need to talk to someone else. They didn't give us any owner's manuals on how to be men, how to be fathers, how to be men, husband, father, creator, entrepreneur,
no
worker.
blueprint, man.
There's no owner's manual on any of that stuff. So going and talking to somebody, right, just to get you to go back and do some homework. And that's what my therapist gave me. He gave me homework. I came back. He said, what you want to be? I said, I want to be a radio host. I want to be late night, Tony Brown, Quiet Storm, talking on the radio. You feel me?
I got feel too, you know what I mean? Yeah, what's up with y'all?
Right.
Peace and love.
That's it. You feel me? And so when that happened, I was able to say, you know what? I'm going to do it. Right. And I'm going to push my city because I saw the positive inside of the negative. I saw the heart. I saw the hard working. I said, man, if we consistent, if we could be consistent enough, we can rebuild this city on our own. We don't need nobody. And I was new to the situation. Oh man, we need some hustlers. We need some electric workers, some carpenters. We need some roofers. We can rebuild the city ourselves. But see, that's the thing. Just because you see it, don't mean everybody else gonna see it. And they looking at you like, what is you talking about? P? Ain't nobody got time for that.
And when they see it done, it's like building a sandcastle. What are you doing in sand? Come back an hour later. Voila. It takes time, man. But you're on the right path. Again, proud of you for taking a step, man, because, again, you got a lot of viewers. Right. This wasn't built overnight.
No, it wasn't.
And just like working out, for you to see results, it takes consistency, no matter what that is. And you have been extremely consistent with this.
Yeah, need to be.
Proud of you, man.
Thank you, bro.
It's a great conversation. Have you back whenever you can.
Listen, whenever you want to come back, man. Listen, if you want to do your own show, I'm just telling people, listen, if you have something to say, why not say it here? If you have something you want to get out, if you want people to pay attention, I record this right here, that don't mean I can't give it to you. You can put it where you want to put it at. You know what I'm saying? You can take the audio, you can put the audio on iTunes, and you can take the video, you can put the video on your Facebook page or your YouTube channel.
It's an outlet.
It's an outlet. That's it. I just want people to get out what they got in, right? And if we share more, then we do more. And when we do more, we create more. And when we create more, it's not all this bickering and fussing and screaming and hollering because we're understanding like, damn, everybody has their own right to their opinion.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's to be accepted. We all different lives. Just accept the fact that we all have different perspectives.
That's it.
Thank you, man.
I want to thank my man, MrBizness, man, Kareem Walls, for stopping through to talk to me about commitment, about persistence, about consistency, right? We veered off the road a little bit, and I knew that was going to happen, right? because he's deep, bro. He's deep. He's been through a lot. He understands a lot, right? He's still learning to understand more, and we have to commend a brother like that, right? We have to pick him up. So, if you have time, go check out his link. What's the link? I want you to put the link in the.
It's I'll send it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
but it's on my page somewhere.
Check out the homecoming video, bro. See how deep this thing is, bro. If you really watch it and you really listen to what he's saying, bro, you understand we are far more powerful than we give ourselves credit for, and it's not our fault. These words are whispered into our community. These words are said to the people that have power to say back to us, so we feel like we're useless, we're worthless. It's a reason why we have 2 Ys in the city and neither one of them are running. But you can go to any other Y anywhere else and they're up and running, and there's pools and there's courts. And there's pools and there's courts and there's all types of stuff happening, but there's no Y in the city of Chester. It's a reason. They need us to be like this. They need us to not care. They need us to not care. They need us to not care about each other. They need us to beat each other up. They need us to shoot each other. They need us to sell each other drugs. They need not to care about the next door neighbor. And then the community goes down. Then they come in, they buy it back, and then they rent it to us for $1,700 a month, which is crazy. You want me to duck bullets and pay you $1,700 a month?
Yeah, it's hurtful just thinking about it. I'm not even gonna lie, man. It's really genuinely hurtful. But we have the ability to make choices, to make things different.
We do.
But it comes as a collective unit. We are just like the cartoon, the movie Ants. The grasshopper said, once the ants realize how
strong they
really are, it's over for them. That's what I be trying to teach to the world, to the cultures. We have to stick together. We are the only community of people that don't stick together
at all.
And I understand it. Not bugging it. I get it. But we got to make some changes. And I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too.
You're rocky road, but...
Remember when you had offered to do the videos? What was you doing? The videos for the entrepreneurs? This was in the beginning of the radio station. We was meeting over at Kenny's Art Gallery. It was a lot of people came in there for that.
Yeah, that one, man. I had a vision. I was going through a tough time then.
Right.
And I was saying, yo, I just want to see us help. How do we help each other? That was my move. And a couple people linked up. I was like, yo, I'm proud of it. I couldn't do too much, but maybe I was just there to help get the engine started. Whatever happened from there, I was like, I started seeing everybody just go different ways. Like actually doing great progress with things. I think I linked up with one person to do commercials or interview with. And I don't know what the footage been at. And I think after that I just stopped. But my mind and heart was good.
Right.
But at the time I was struggling too. I was still healing.
Right. I
think I just got separated on that time. Yep. Going from Northfield, I'm in a house I don't even want to be in, but I'm still trying to stay consistent with the work, posting videos every day. It's like, yo, what are you doing, bro? You're not doing something right. Unhealthy. I'm like, what the?
It's hard to build something when you're unhealthy. Trust me, I know. I tried to build it. I wasn't quite healed yet. I was still unhealthy, so I did a lot of unhealthy things in the very beginning. I'm not doing those things anymore, right? But I'm still viewed as though I'm still doing those things, and it hurts a little bit, right? But then it also says, well, you don't know me now. You knew me then, but you don't know me now.
That alone was a tough pill to swallow. Like even just understanding that people don't see you as who you are now. I feel like a lot of my family hasn't met me today.
Right.
They still know me from years ago.
Yep.
Because I'm so isolated. And because I know your energy, I don't want you around
me at all.
You don't have a chance to meet this person that I am today.
You ain't gonna tear him down.
At the same sense, it's like that's your family, the people you love, but I have these boundaries that you continue to cross.
Man, I love you from a distance. I can love you from a distance. I can cash app you and not see you. You know what I'm saying? So if I can cash app you and not see you, I can love you from a distance. Yeah. And that's real, bro. Like, that's real, man. So I just want to thank you, man. And like I said, the offer is here. You want to come through here. If you want to bring a guest through here, you want to talk to anybody, bro, like, you can do that.
Say no more.
Right. I give you that.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. Just let me know.
Say less.
CMPradio.net, man. It's your boy, Uncle P, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. Share this. You already know. Go like and subscribe on YouTube, right? Help us out a little bit. You feel me? Go like and like us on Facebook. You feel me? If you're watching us on Twitch, man, we're new to Twitch, right? So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what they do on Twitch. They send you flowers or roses or whatever, right? This is what we're doing, right? We are cultivating mature positivity, constantly making progress because we're Chester-made products, man. We're trying to change media's perception of how they view us as black people, right? We don't want to talk about shootings. We don't want to talk about crime. We don't want to talk about the things that divide us. We want to talk about the things that can unify us and bring us together so that we can have more, right? That's how it works. It's CMPradio.net. This is Uncomfortable Conversations. My guest for tonight was Kareem, MrBizness Walls, bro. Great videographer, great person, inside and out, bro. If you haven't already seen the homecoming video, man, go check it out. Please go check it out. Along with his other videos, man, Bike Life, he's been all over the world. He told you that, right? Support Black first. CMPradio.net.
Thank you, bro.